Hi there, Dead Ideal Boy here, back with another video, and immediately we go into this lobby with a real sense of trepidation as we see a name that we never want to see in a lobby with us. That's right, Mark and Janice. Only joking, it's Kimi Velocini. Now, not only are we in the same lobby as Kimi Velocini, we're one position behind him on the grid. Now, I don't know if that's better than being one position ahead of him on the grid. I just know that it's too close to the most infamous, filthy, dirty driver in the history of GranTurismo. Now that says a lot because there have been so many infamous dirty drivers in the history of GranTurismo, but this guy stands head and shoulders above everyone at the top of the pile. He is basically the worst to be in a lobby with. Nobody comes close. So will we get a good clean race out of him, or will it be absolute utter carnage and chaos? You're about to find out. So heading into turn 1, we're going to slam on the brakes and we're almost going to take Kimi out, but we manage to get the brakes on just enough, but it does cost us because we now have a Hungarian driver up the inside of us going into the fast sweeping left and right hander, so we back out to give him the space. Otherwise the two of us may have came together and killed ourselves, so we basically live to fight another day. So giving up one position is, well, it's worth it, and also the added benefit that it kind of puts a buffer between myself and Kimi, who, to be honest with you, I really don't want anything to do with in this race. I'm on my second account. Plan was to jump on, do some of this daily race B, try and rank it back up closer to the sort of A+ mark, and yeah, that I feel is now going to be in jeopardy due to who is in this lobby, but we'll see. Maybe we can get away with it, maybe we won't have any drama, but maybe we will. So anyway, you can see here Kimi up ahead, just trying to take out his fellow countryman, but fails, and then we come round and actually get the run on him, so we're going to go past him, and we're going to find ourselves with an opportunity to go up the inside, or the middle, of two other cars. Now, this is not a good position that I want to be in, so I back out. I know Kimi's right behind us, so Kimi kind of unsettles his countryman Spanish driver as he barges up the inside, forcing him to kind of cut back and make contact with me, but we make it through safely. Now we're on the back of Kimi, so strangely enough we've now moved up a position because of Kimi, so maybe we're going to get some benefit from having him in the lobby. Yeah, I know, I can hear you laughing from here, but anyway, we're going to come round this long sweeping left-hander, a really difficult corner actually to get right because the back end of this Porsche really kind of wanted to kick out at times. It's got a lot of lift-off oversteer, so you really just have to keep your foot in on that brake and kind of slide the car round. So we're going to come round here with this left-hander, dropping down in second gear to get good rotation. Kimi obviously in the Mercedes, which has got really good acceleration out of the corners, so although we've got a kind of handling advantage, we can catch up like you see us down here as we have to get on the brakes again. You can see here, we're going to get a good run though out, which is surprising because that Mercedes has got really good acceleration, so right away I realised I'd fallen into the trap that Kimi had set for me as he basically just takes me off the track onto the grass. Somehow we managed to get it stopped though and don't crash into the wall ahead, and Kimi's actually had a bit of a coming together with the car behind, so he lost a position, and well, his plan to take me out spectacularly failed, and you've seen back there as well, the two leaders came together as Kimi now rams into the back of me trying to take me off again. We just lose kind of our bearings a little as we try to make a rejoin. We connect with the Hungarian who's got a 2-second penalty. I think that was for him crashing into Kimi behind me when Kimi was trying to send me off onto the grass. So it's all happened in the space of those few corners. So we had Kimi with an absolutely blatant attempt to end my race, failed, almost got taken out himself, but he survived. We've survived. The Hungarian got a 2-second penalty, and it's really just chaos because the leaders both at that same point also crashed out. So this is now the race for the win. And we're in the top 3, and Kimi loses it there, and he just comes sweeping back across our path. We smash into the side of him and somehow straighten up this car. And it looked like he was maybe going to be out of the race here, and we've inadvertently kept him in it. Now, I'm not going to go over to the left-hand side this time and fall into his trap, and we're going to make big contact with him, and Kimi is dead. Now, that was just an absolute chain of events that you couldn't have predicted happening, but somehow we have, 1, helped kill Kimi, and 2, maintained a position in the top 3. So it's just insane. Now you're going to get a good opportunity to see what happened in the replay after the race, so stay tuned. But we're going to turn our attention now to the battle here, because we've still got a podium place to try and hold on to, and perhaps even catch up with P2. There's obviously the outside chance that P1 could come to, well, there's always the wall of death on the final turn, so nobody's ever safe. So the race is never over in this race until you cross the line. That's all I would say. But we're going to come round here and try and make up some ground on the Hungarian as we come up to the final 2 turns of the lap. But going back to the incident there with Kimi, it was just chaos, and it just goes to show that despite his ability to race clean, he does not want to use that ability, and will just revert to type every single time. He's not to be trusted. He's not a reformed character as some have tried to claim in the past. He's just an absolute piece of work, and for some reason he can't be banned. Now you can see there, he puts up a message. He's obviously at the back of the pack now, and he said he is broken. Now I'm happy about that. I'll happily be involved in breaking him in every single race I see him. Now I don't choose violence against him, and you can see we were trying to race clean, but if he takes the opportunity to try and end my race, then I'm not going to have any sympathy if his race gets ended in the way it does. That's just life. So anyway, back to it. We're setting a purple lap here. We are on the fastest lap. I think this is just going to be a little bit too much for us to do. You can see he's got a over 1 second gap getting into the final couple of corners. We're going to close back in. Kimi says something else in the chat, but this time in his native language. I don't know what that was. As we come across the line here, you're going to see we're going to pick up the fastest lap, so a small consolation, fastest lap and a podium place. So it all worked out pretty well for us in the end. You can see there Kimi languishing down in P11, so really that is proper karma if you ask me. Just deserved everything he got in that race. Now we're going to have a quick look at the replay. You'll see here, this is the first big incident with myself and Kimi. See, we made the run. I don't know why I fell into the trap of going up the inside there, as he tries to just put me into the wall, then put me onto the grass. He backs out. I'm pretty sure he thought I was going to not be able to stop with dirty tyres and go into the wall, but you could hear the squealing from behind there. That was Kimi taken out, and it just goes to show that not all heroes wear capes, because the Hungarian obviously saw what was happening and just decided, nope, not today mate, and he just forcefully took one for the team because he got a 2-second penalty. You can see there the leaders facing each other now. Just quickly look at what happened to them. Now they're coming around the corner, having a good clean race, and we've all been there. The two cars just kind of get stuck together and turn each other round, so it's just added to the madness of this race, as you can see all of us going through. Now here again, Kimi going through the S's, just takes opportunity there. A couple of just little nudges, the kind of nudges that he knows won't get him a penalty. Now that's what he tried to do when he put me onto the grass. Those are the moves you make when you're trying to kill someone without getting a penalty, and Kimi is pretty expert at it. He knows what he's doing, using his counter assist as well to make sure he doesn't get any, well, it just makes it easier for him to try and kill somebody. You can see here though, this was the finishing manoeuvre. It wasn't actually, when you look back on it, I had made sure I didn't fall into the same trap again by staying over to the left hand side and giving him the chance to put me on the grass, but you can see the driver The Swiss driver behind makes contact with me there, and Kimi is all over the place, blocking and moving, so Kimi then moves over. You can see there, it's the Swiss driver actually knocks my rear end, sends me into Kimi. Kimi then skids across the track, and the Swiss driver has nowhere to go but to plough into the side of his car, and basically, as the man himself said, left him broken. So yeah, that was it. One race with Kimi was enough for me, and I just wasn't for doing any more of that race until I felt like the coast might be clear. But it just goes to show, doesn't matter what we do, it doesn't matter how many videos we make, how many reports are made about this guy, he always seems to find a way back onto the game and into the top lobbies where he can cause the maximum amount of chaos and carnage. It's very disappointing. I really wish Polyphony could do something about it, but by this point I don't think they can. So let me know what you think in the comments. Is Kimi ever going to get banned? Is it just a lost cause now? I think it might be. But thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. It was certainly nothing but entertaining. Hopefully you found it that way anyway. And I'll hopefully see you all on the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Goodbye.